OptionChampion.com.
Hello everyone, Rick Adams here. It is 6:30 Tuesday morning, November 22nd, and we're going to do some day trading today, more so with options than with stocks. It's a light volume week, given that it's a holiday week with Thanksgiving coming up. So while there may be some big moves out there, it's going to be on relatively light volume. Markets open 2 hours from now. All cash markets open 8:30 Central Time. That's 2 hours from now. And as things stand right now, the index futures are positive. Dow is up 77, E-mini S&P is up 10, NASDAQ up 19, and the Russell's up 6. So the way things are looking right now, we're going to have a positive open, maybe a little rally, and we'll see what opportunities are out there. Probably going to be trading the NASDAQ ETF options. That's QQQ. You see it right here on the screen, also known as the Qs. As far as the setup, I've got 4 charts on the screen here. Upper left corner, I don't use this chart much for options. This is more so for stocks. This is usually a 1-year daily chart, but because I switched over to options, the interval changed. So while it says 2-week hourly candles up here on the top, it doesn't matter because I'm not going to be using this chart while I'm trading options. I also have a 3-minute chart, a 1-minute chart, and a 5-minute chart. And this blue line here, this light blue line, is the daily VWAP. That's the volume weighted average price. So it's essentially the value of all the trades divided by the volume traded for the day to get an overall average price for the day. So I'm going to be watching price activity relative to the day's VWAP and plan my entry and exit points accordingly. And so all these charts are at different intervals to see what the setup looks like in a 1-minute interval, 3-minute interval, and a 5-minute interval. So that's a very, very rough walkthrough of the setup. Like I said, still got 2 hours before the market's open, so I'm gonna take a look around, see what the news is looking like. Again, with the holiday week, could be a light news morning, and gonna also see what the movers are in pre-market, in case I want to trade more than just the NASDAQ ETF. So see you in a little bit, and we'll do some trading. All right, 13 minutes until the open. I did switch over from the Qs to SPY. There's some good volume coming in, the E-mini S&Ps, that being the S&P futures. So I'm hoping that we see a nice run to the upside at the open with the S&P cash index, and we stay there. I'm looking to trade the 397 call in the November 25th expiration, 3 days to go. That's the plan anyway. It all depends on where the volume goes. I may change that, 396, 398. I'll know more when things open, but as of right now, SPY pre-market is 396 and a half. I'm going to bring over a chart of SPY in pre-market. This is from 3 a.m. onward in the early morning hours. Had a nice pop to the upside, hit a high of 395.81 right there where my horizontal line is on the crosshair. And then there was a pullback and rallied back, touched 395.81 again right there where the crosshair is. So that became a level of resistance. Touched it twice, pulled back, and then rallied back again, broke through that level, and actually just a little bit ago. And since then, SPY has been sitting in this 396 and a half, 396 and 3/4 area, not quite to 397, but close. And that's the strike of my call. So we'll see how things look at the open as stocks and the indexes open and volume comes in. We'll see how things shape up and seek out some opportunities. So 10 minutes until the open. See you then. 2 minutes until the open. I changed my charts up a little bit. Down here on the lower left, I put a chart there of SPY so that we can all watch the underlying stock in addition to the option that I'll be trading. So I am looking to trade the 397 call. This is a 48 delta option. The market right now, right at the open, it looks like 23 bid. Ooh, it's bouncing around all over the place. 19 bid offered at 31. So we're probably going to see a 50-cent pop. Maybe a little more than that. Maybe how are we looking here? We're bouncing around all over the place. Probably going to see anywhere from a 50-cent to 80-cent pop on the open. And I'm going to wait for things to settle down. Look for a pullback on a red candle. And then the next candle, I'm going to look for a higher low. I'm going to keep an eye on the closing price of that candle so that when the next candle starts, I'm going to look at where the opening price of that next candle is relative to the closing price of the previous candle, and make my decision whether I'm going to enter the trade or not. So that's the trading plan. Got 30 seconds to go, and there might be some silence, and I may stammer a bit because I'm watching 4 screens at the same time. You guys are seeing one of them right here. I've got others with a whole bunch of information. So the open is going to be very busy. 5 seconds. And they're off. Okay, up 74 cents. So pretty much as I expected. I said between 50 cents and 80 cents. So there's the open. Okay, SPY, the high so far of the morning, 396.79. My strike is 397. And I'm going to wait for a pattern to form. As I said, I want to wait for a pullback on a red candle after the first 5 minutes. So you see this is the first 5-minute candle. It's bouncing around all over the place. Right now it's moving down. And so pullback on a red candle, a higher low on the next candle, and then the candle after that, I'm going to look for the opening price of that candle compared to the closing price of the previous candle. If the opening of that candle, the opening price of that candle is higher than the closing price of the previous candle, that's probably where I'm going to make my entry. I'm going to buy it on an uptick and hopefully ride it for a little while. So this is why it's important to wait a little bit and let patterns form when day trading, scalping, whatever, because had I just gotten in right away at the open, you see the high of this candle here, $2.35. The option is now trading at $1.94. So it's pulled back quite a bit. That's almost, that's over a 40-cent move to the downside, which, saying it in dollars and cents doesn't sound like a lot of money, but depending on the size of the position, that can be a lot of money. That can be hundreds, if not thousands of dollars, depending on how much, depending on how big the position is. So rule number one is always be patient. Patience can pay off. So it doesn't do any good to just stack all the chips up on the table and see what happens, you know, throw money in the air and see where it lands. That's just, you know, throwing darts with your eyes closed and hoping everything works out. So, okay, so first 5-minute candle is complete. We're on the second candle, and this is what I'm talking about. So right now, you see where my horizontal line is? That's the low of this new candle so far, this new 5-minute candle. So far, the low is 201. The low of the previous candle was 191. So the low of this second candle is higher than the low of the previous candle. So I want to see that higher low, and I'm going to be watching to see where this candle closes, what the closing price is of this candle, and where the next 5-minute candle opens. And if that next candle, well, we're pushing down, so we're probably going to hit that low again, if not break it. If the next candle has an opening price higher than the closing price of this candle that we're on now, that's where I'm going to get in. Okay, here's a new candle. 169 close, 169 open. I'd like to buy some at 169. I might have missed it. Oh, 174 open. I missed it. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, man, I missed it. Let's see if I can get 174. Man, what a bummer. Okay, I'm going to see if I can get 175. All right, I'm in there, 174. VWAP on this candle, 187. The high on this candle, 187. So it just touched VWAP. Let's see if we can break it. If we break VWAP, I'm going to offer 2 to get out. So far, it's holding pretty strong. Still getting some higher lows on those candles. About 30 minutes into the trading day. Got a break of 180. The upper left corner, by the way. So there's my average price of my position. This is my profit and loss while I have the position open, the unrealized P&L column. Realized P&L column is my profit and loss when I close the position. So the realized P&L is the profit or loss actually in my hands. I guess technically that would be the profit in my hands and the loss taken out of my hands. Okay, new candle. Still got a higher low. We're in the 170s now on the market. 77 bid, 78 bid, 81 asked. Okay, we broke 180. VWAP 187, and boom, we broke through it. I'm going to offer 2 to get out. 90 bid offered at 92. I'm offering 2 even. Still holding on to the 90s. Last trade 91. 90. How are we looking here? 93 bid offered at 94. I'm holding on to my 2. I'm confident we're going to get there. 95 offered at 90. I'm sorry, 96 bid offered 97. We're getting close. We're getting close. S&P is up 17. SPY is up $1.68. 98 bid, offered at 99, and I'm out. $252 profit on the day. I'm good with that. I'm going to call it a day. And thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a good day, and happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. Take care.